While the Gospels don't exactly spell out the name of their author like Paul does in his letters, honestly, that's relatively standard for ancient biography. Third person was a typical way of speaking of yourself, as we see in other ancient writers like Julius Caesar, Josephus, or Xenophon. Even still, if you carefully analyze the text of the Gospels, there are a series of literary features used by the authors to hint at their true identity. Isn't it curious that in Matthew's Gospel, you see a preoccupation with financial details, a feature befitting a former tax collector, alongside offering more detailed stories in places where Matthew is present? Isn't it curious how in Mark's Gospel it opens and closes by mentioning the Apostle Peter, almost like an inclusio, identifying the source of Mark's content, which is fitting for Mark as Peter's apostolic amanuensis? And isn't it curious that in Luke's Gospel, on the first page, the author admits to not being an eyewitness, but then spotlights key names along the way while leaving others anonymous, in order to hint towards his sources? Or that the style of his Greek hints at an elite Greek education, like with a Gentile physician? Or how in the book of Acts, volume 2 to Luke's Gospel, you see it switch from third person to first person in places where Luke became present?